Hi teams, it's great to be back, and I can't believe that it's over a year now since we launched the NHS Pharmacy First service in Scotland through you and your teams in the community pharmacies. This is a celebration of how well you've done over that period and looking forward to where we might go with the service. To put that into real context, we've got some guest speakers for you, and hopefully you'll enjoy as much as I have listening to what they've got to say to you. So over to you, and let's hear what they've got to say.
So here's what I think we should do. We should take probably the busiest part of the National Health Service, and during a pandemic, get them to set up a whole new service to take pressure off the rest of the health service. And we're going to call it NHS Pharmacy First. How do you feel? Think that's a good idea? Well, that's what you did. And it's a year since you did it. And what a fantastic achievement. It is genuinely brilliant. So thank you to every single one of you who's made that possible. It takes pressure off everywhere you look. Patients and families, principally, takes pressure off them because you're able to help right at that pharmacy level, that community pharmacy, right where people live and seek that advice. But also, unbeknown to much of the rest of the system, you're taking pressure off all of those entry points. So I'm hugely grateful, as are the population of Scotland. So keep up the good work, and thank you once again for everything you've done during this 18 months. We're not through it yet, but I hope the end is in sight and you'll continue to help us during that final phase of our pandemic journey. Thanks again.
Hi everyone, it's great that we're here celebrating the first year of Pharmacy First, the NHS Pharmacy Service in Scotland. So yeah, thanks very much for all the pharmacy teams and all you've done and all the patients you've supported through this past year. And also, I know you'll continue to do it. That's great. Also, I think really the potential of the service, more PGDs coming online, more people we can support, and the potential going forward is something that still really excites me. So it's absolutely great. And if we can move that alongside our independent prescribing programme, there might be a path, further down the line where these services converge, and we've got our IPs really delivering Pharmacy First as truly independent practitioners and prescribers. But no, well done everybody, great that year one's been so successful, and let's keep it going in future years. See you everybody later, bye.
I'm very pleased to recognise this first anniversary of the NHS Pharmacy First Scotland service. The service offers easy access to healthcare advice and treatment for minor ailments and common clinical conditions in our local communities. As a pharmacist myself, I am immensely proud of the community pharmacy network's response to the pandemic and the important role that you continue to play in the recovery of the NHS. You have mobilised a brand new pharmaceutical care service in the most trying of circumstances, and you've provided the people of Scotland with continued access to healthcare advice, ensuring our community pharmacies are the first port of call. NHS Pharmacy First Scotland is central to accessing primary care services, with over 1.5 million consultations undertaken in the past year, resulting in self-care advice, referral to another healthcare professional, or providing treatment for conditions such as urinary tract infections. The service makes a difference to the NHS and to patients. I want to thank you all for the excellent work that you're doing in delivering NHS Pharmacy First Scotland as the service grows to include more common clinical conditions. I know that you will continue to give the best patient care that you can. Thank you.
So there's been a lot of benefits we found with the Pharmacy First service. Firstly, we find that the pharmacy teams are really engaging well with it. They're able to provide advice to patients, feel confident in providing the products, and then being able to refer appropriately to the pharmacist if needed. The really good benefit as well for us is that we can record it on the PMR, so we're then able to track the patient's journey when they come into the pharmacy. We can see what they've had, what treatments they need, and then we can make appropriate decisions after that. And it's really good that we get to know our patients better as well, because they tend to return, and that way we can build a really good bond. We've also found it's a really good patient journey for them, because they're able to receive the most appropriate medication without a cost implication to them. So we can provide the advice that's needed that way. And lastly, it really benefits the community, because it makes us the first port of call for a lot of the medical advice that they need. They're able to get that advice the same day in treatment if it's appropriate, and we're able to refer back to the GP if we need to. So we're working really closely with the GPs to make this service as wide reaching as we can. So we've had really good feedback from everybody that's used the service, so it's really beneficial for everybody, and we're really looking forward to delivering the Pharmacy First Plus in the future.
It's a year since we launched the NHS Pharmacy First Scotland service, and it occurred under very different circumstances compared to those originally planned. The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted all of our lives, both professionally and personally, and I'm incredibly proud of the resilience and professionalism demonstrated by community pharmacy teams across Scotland in responding to the pandemic. And I would like to personally thank you all for all of the excellent pharmaceutical care that you have provided and continue to provide to the people of Scotland. You kept your doors open during each of the waves of the pandemic, delivering the same excellent level of pharmaceutical care to your local communities. I'm especially delighted to see how well community pharmacy teams have responded to the new NHS Pharmacy First service, and your enthusiasm for delivering it, offering easy access to healthcare advice and treatment, and using your skills and knowledge to help people manage minor ailments and common clinical conditions. Through the NHS Pharmacy First service, you are making a real difference to patient care, including helping manage demand in other parts of the NHS, such as in general practice, in out-of-hours services, across NHS 24, and in emergency departments. And it will continue to be an important pharmacy service as the NHS remobilises and responds to the challenges that COVID has presented. And these are just the first steps. As we move forward, we have ambitious plans to further develop the range of services provided through Pharmacy First, as well as investing in the community pharmacy network to embed independent prescribing training as a core skill in our pharmacists. I'm excited about the opportunities that lie ahead for community pharmacy in Scotland, and I look forward to working with Community Pharmacy Scotland and directors of pharmacy across the country to create the environment to allow you and your teams to deliver your full potential and provide the very best pharmaceutical care to your local communities. Martin Luther King said, "Life's persistent and most urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" For community pharmacy in Scotland, the answer is very clear. Thank you for all that you do for your communities.
Well, I hope you agree that those are tremendous messages of support and thanks for everything that you've done with the NHS Pharmacy First service over this last year. It's also been great to hear from Alison where we see the service going into the future and what that may look like for us and the citizens of Scotland. Can I just finish off by once again thanking you for everything that you've done for the network, for yourselves, and for the people who come into our pharmacies on a daily basis. Thanks very much, everybody. All the best.